really quickly, you said we didn't talk about certain players enough. It would be weird if we left this podcast without at least a little bit of a homer tint to our dynasty take. So we've got, I couldn't believe this actually. So Davante Adams versus Jayden Reed in terms of dynasty right now. So Davante Adams, wide receiver 29, Jayden Reed, wide receiver 30. If I'm speculating here, Davante Adams is old. Jayden Reed is in a busy depth chart.
Young,
and I think that's why we see this. Right? But Jayden Reed, again, he's in a busy depth chart, but not one that was added to by the Packers. So Jayden Reed is contending only with the health of his teammates in terms of competition going forward. Because Christian Watson, if he gets all of his hamstring shit fixed by the specialist, then all right, he's actual competition. Luke Musgrave comes back and stays healthy, then he's competition. But otherwise, it's exactly as we left it, except for that amazing receiving threat out of the backfield is now in Minnesota. So I say it's Jayden Reed here. I might be taking crazy pills. Maybe I'm giving Keenan Allen too much credit and Davante Adams not enough. Do you feel that way?
You know what? I think I'm going to agree with you. It's pretty close though for me. It's hard for me to give up on a guy, not give up, but discount a guy like Davante Adams, because we've seen it. I mean, us as Packer fans, we saw it up close and personal for so many years, how good he is. Getting back to what we were talking about earlier with Brock Bowers, though, I don't know if I can trust this offense. And we saw Davante Adams disappear at times last year, or he would have like one catch or two catches. I mean, that's not what you're expecting from, you know, an elite wide receiver. And I know last year he was still being drafted very high. So maybe ADP has corrected itself this year based on, you know, last year's performance. But I still just don't know that I trust him. And I shouldn't say trust him, trust that offense to give us the fantasy production that we're going to be looking for. So give me Jayden Reed here. I said it's close, but give me Jayden Reed only because I feel like this is an ascending offense. You got a lot of young talent that's working together. Jordan Love, you know, another year as a starter. I'll take this chemistry that's blooming in front of our faces and hope that Jayden Reed really establishes himself as the number one wide receiver in Green Bay.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I'll just put a fine point on it, and then we can leave this thing alone and get out of here. But Davante Adams had as many weeks in the top 12 as he did outside of the top 60 last year in fantasy. That's
what's
brutal.
concerning.
And maybe it's an anomaly. Maybe it is. He did still finish as a fringe wide receiver 1 last year, I believe, in half PPR, but it's because he had those massive boom weeks to really bolster that and just stayed healthy and played basically every week. So, yeah, I love you, Davante. I really do. But I am turning my attention toward Jayden Reed, who is my favorite out of the Packers depth chart at the moment for Dynasty.
Yeah, same as well.